perhaps only seconds. Then he says to Bennett, "Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Scalapino?" "Of course," Bennett answers. "You know that Professor Scalapino is on our faculty," says the dean. "Perhaps that's why you accepted our offer." The dean's thin lips part in a smile of satisfaction. Bennett stares at the floor. He wants only to finish unpacking his boxes and to prepare for his first classes 3 days away. "We have a little problem with Scalapino," continues the dean. "He hasn't published anything for 10 years. Bennett is well aware of Scalapino's publication record. It's a part of the legend. Scalapino doesn't publish. Scholars suspect that Arnold Scalapino has performed reams of calculations, but apparently he detests to waste time writing up his results. In fact, Scalapino's entire reputation rests on 2 short papers from conference proceedings, one in 1959 and one in 1965. At each of those assemblies, the reclusive physicist appeared unexpectedly, delivered a terse and brilliant lecture, then vanished. Each of his 2 lectures, transcribed by admiring students and exhaustively studied for years, altered the course of physics in its area. A single footnote in the second paper led to what eventually became called the Scalapino quantum instability. Maddeningly, both of Scalapino's papers hinted at further, unproven results, revolutionary ideas, perhaps calculated and codified on wrinkled scraps of paper lying about Scalapino's office somewhere. Or perhaps not. Scalapino himself has never been available for queries. He doesn't answer his phone. "We hired Scalapino a decade ago," says the dean softly, baring his yellow teeth. "He comes to college 1 day a week to preside over a seminar and then disappears. He doesn't come to faculty meetings. He doesn't serve on committees. He doesn't supervise students. And he hasn't produced 1 goddamn piece of work. That sly bastard swindled us. He talked the provost into giving him the highest salary in the college, and he hasn't published 1 goddamn paper. Who the hell does he think he is?" The dean slides back into his suit, then lowers his voice still further to a whisper, almost a hiss. "Lang, do you understand what a Nobel Prize would mean to Leominster? What endowments we could get with a Nobel?" "Is Scalapino still working?" Bennett asks. "Isn't he in his 50s now?" The dean's eyes narrow. "It doesn't matter if he's still working." "What do you mean?" Bennett asks. "It's all in his file cabinets," says the dean. "He's got 20 years of unpublished work written down and stored in his files." Bennett is stunned. 20 years of Scalapino's work, if it truly exists, could turn modern physics on its head. The results of the first decade have probably been rediscovered by now, but those of the last could be completely unknown. Bennett cannot comprehend the possibilities. He sits down for the first time. The dean notices his new faculty member's reaction and smiles. "We know what Scalapino has been hiding from us," he says. 3 years ago I sent Garfin to Scalapino's house to talk to him. Garfin spotted the file cabinets there, in the study, crammed with pages of equations. "That fool Garfin!" shouts the dean. "He threatened Scalapino. How could I have made such a fool the chairman of the physics department? You don't threaten a sly bastard like Scalapino, you coax him." The dean pauses. Then, "Lang, I want you to go get those files. Will you do it?" Bennett has forgotten his boxes. Visions of new branches of physics flicker through his mind. "Yes," he hears himself say. Yes, he will put aside his own research for several months to do this fantastic thing.